companions be? Who would the monsters be, and what would happen?
Hey, listen, people get paid millions to write that out. Well, the BBC, not so many. That's a very difficult, isn't it?
Well, yes. I mean, you mean you mean of the companions there have been? Do you mean the kind of companions there have been? Any companions?
Well, you go for Matthew, wouldn't you?
No, Matthew's dead. I get into such trouble about killing off Matthew. I tell you who my favourite companion was, and I'll, if I got time, just to tell you a little thing about Matthew as well. When my children were growing up, the Doctor Who came back, and the first companion was Rose, obviously, and when it was getting towards the end of the time, I think there was an episode called The Day I Died, or something like that, or The Day Rose Died. And I was terribly worried about my children watching it, if she was going to die, because they were terribly attached to Rose. They just loved the character. And so I sent an email to Russell T Davies saying look, Russell, just could you, I know you don't want to give anything away, I won't tell anyone, but could you just tell me, does Rose die in the episode next week? Because if she does, I don't think I should let my children watch her. I want to pre-warn them. And Russell, of course, had grown up watching.
I thought you'd send the telegram and say, if she does die, could you make sure she doesn't, because my children are watching.
Too late for that. But Russell, of course, had grown up. I'd forgotten watching Doctor Who during the classic Doctor's time, and he sent an email back to me saying, "You killed Adric. What do you care?" But in answer to your question, I would choose Rose as my companion because I think she was the best.
Well, I have to agree in a way, because I mean, Ace was marvellous and is marvellous. But there was always an imperfection and it was nothing to do with Sophie. It was to do with the producer. They wouldn't allow Sophie to speak with a street, cred accent, because they were worried about the American audience, but that's why they wouldn't. So you always felt, well, I wish Ace was a bit more, talk about. And then when Rose came along, I thought, that's Ace. 100%. She's arrived. This is what we wanted to, and Sophie feels the same. If only she could have been allowed to be, then. So that's why Rose is the kind of perfection.